Love to see it. We're coming off a monster week. Let's recap it and kick off another one. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome on into another episode of Winning Bets. I'm, of course, Jason Mattis. Thanks for kicking off your Monday and kicking off a new week with me here. As again, we're on the Monday edition here of Winning Bets, where we're giving out free sports picks each and every single day. And I greatly appreciate you guys starting off your day and week with me. Guys, we had a fantastic week last week. Let's make sure we go ahead and recap it, and then we'll get on into today's action. As you guys can see right there, we went 20-8. And plus 16.45 units. That's right, that's worthy of another cash register ring. That is what I'm talking about. Now that brings us to an impressive 17-week stretch we're on, where we've been profitable in 14 of those 17 weeks. And in those 17 weeks, it's plus 53.87 units. Outstanding work right there. Let's talk about some of the wins and some of the losses last week. Well, before we do that, it didn't matter which day you tailed my picks. We were profitable each and every single day last week. We did not have one losing day. Just an incredible week we had. We went 5-2 on our dog of the days last week. We went 4-0 on Tuesday. We went 5-0 on Wednesday. We got that nice athletics run line on Friday. Boy, guys, I don't know about you, but I gave up on that. Soon as that game goes to extra innings and you're back in the home team on a run line, yeah, I mean, obviously you need a home run, which, given the new rule in Major League Baseball with the runner starting on second base, I definitely gave up on that one. But a man, Marte, came through in the 11th inning and hit a nice 3-run bomb to cash that run line for us. That was a nice surprise that I woke up to, I'd say in the morning, but in sometime in like a midnight feeding, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. That was just a really nice surprise right there. We also got a nice F5 team total parlay. It was a 3-legged parlay. One of the legs ended up being a push, but we ended up still getting 2 of the legs to cash. One of them, I think it was 2.86 units on that, so that was a nice parlay win. We also had the Diamondbacks F5 Moneyline. That's notable just because it's the Diamondbacks, right? You're cashing bets on the Diamondbacks. That just shows how hot we were last week. We were on fire. And then one of the last notable win we hit our Sunday night same game parlay. We did another one of those on FanDuel. We've now hit, guys, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just trying to go off memory. We've gotten maybe 5 of the last 9 of those to cash, or maybe 5 of the last 10 of those to cash. We've been really good. You have to do it at minimum 400 odds, and I've been staying in between that plus 400, plus 600. Don't get too risky, but just give us something that where we can feel confident and we can get a nice cash in on a nice risk-free opportunity. That's exactly what we did last night in that White Sox for Cubs game, getting that same game parlay. A couple notable losses that we had. We lost that Marlins-Rockies F5 under 5 runs. That was on Friday. We softened the blow a little bit there because we had the Nerfy in that game. That was our dog of the day. That day was that Nerfy, so the Nerfy was at plus money, so we were profitable in that game. But yeah, that looked like maybe we were going to hit that under, but then the Rockies exploded for, I think it was like 6 or 7 runs in that 4th inning to go ahead and sink that one. And then NASCAR, we went 1-2 in NASCAR. I give you guys 2 head-to-heads on Friday's show. One of them cashed. It was the Briscoe over Matty D. And then I added on Sunday a dog of the day came from NASCAR. Boy, it was a dog of the day, but it sure as hell was a bet that I really liked. But yeah, Eric Jones was unable to come through for us, though, so went 1-2 in NASCAR. But yeah, obviously fantastic week, plus 16.45 units. Guys, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know you were part of last week's cash by hitting that like button. That'll let me know that I helped you by putting some money up in your pocket. All right, a couple things we want to talk about here before we get into the bets is the free giveaway bet is back. I told you guys we obviously took last week off due to the birth of my new son, but we're right back on that horse, and we left off with you guys on voting for which bet will get the $50 free giveaway bet. So make sure at the end of this video, jump over to that community tab and get your vote in. I'll slap another $50 on that winning selection, and then we see if we can't give away some money on tomorrow's show. We still got 4 of these left, so we got 4 free giveaway bets left. Another thing I want to go ahead and hit you guys with is NFL future bets. I've got my NFL future bets are ready. I've got 5 of them. I've already gone ahead and bet them. I don't know when it's going to come out just because it's still a little bit hectic here, but by the end of the week, at some point, a video will drop with my 5 favorite NFL future bets. and that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing that recording and doing that editing and just kind of talking NFL and breaking down the games, or not breaking down the games, but just kind of, you break down the season as you talk about these future bets. So I certainly look forward to that. And the other thing to remind you guys is soccer is back, guys. Soccer is finally upon us, and we're kicking off our season-long Premier League preview show each and every Thursday. We're aiming for 12 p.m. Eastern time. It's my friend Matt over there at SBR. He's going to go ahead and join me, and we're going to break down each and every Premier League game coming up this season. And we're going to do those live on YouTube. I'm going to do them live on YouTube. We're going to talk about all 10 games each and every weekend. So if you love soccer just as much as I do, make sure you check those out, whether you're on live or check out the recording, because we'll break down all the games and give you picks for all the games. And then at the end of the show, we'll give you our official bets for that weekend slate of Premier League games. So that's just going to be a lot of fun breaking down the games with my friend Matt. Thoroughly looking forward to that one. All right, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into the action today. There's only 5 MLB games today, so obviously, not a whole lot of ton bets with only 5 games on the slate. Got a couple that I like. A couple that I was a little hesitant on was Reds, Indians, and White Sox Twins. We obviously love these offenses for the Reds and the White Sox. We've been cashing bets recently for these teams, but the things I don't like about it is Reds are going up against Indians, and they're going up against, I think it's Henches, is maybe you pronounce this guy, and the White Sox going up against the Twins and Burrows. The things I don't like and things that have burned me in years past betting baseball against this strategy is both of these starting pitchers for the Indians and Twins are not going to go long. Probably like 2 innings. These are very short relief inning guys, and then you're going to get the bullpen guys where maybe they just roll out 1 inning guy at a time. And if both of these starters for the Indians, Twins have good outings, that's going to set up for a very low-scoring game, and maybe a game where the Reds and White Sox, maybe they don't hit their team total, which we've been all over team totals lately, F5 and full game team totals. And then, so if they don't hit the starters, bullpen guys, you're only going to get one look at them, and then they're going to get yanked after an inning. So I just really hesitant. I've been burned a lot in the past, so I just stay away from games where you're going to get a lot of pitchers due to the starter having a short outing. So if you guys want to back the Reds, White Sox, I obviously wish you guys completely good luck. But for me, it's going to be a stay away from me. But I did find in that Reds-Indians game a prop bet that I like. Let's go ahead and break down that game. So since right-handed pitching, since July 19th, which will be the last 3 weeks, because you always want to look at baseball in smaller sample sizes, the Indians have had 389 at-bats with 112 strikeouts. They've struck out the 10th most frequent time in those last 3 weeks at 112 strikeouts. If you look at the team that's remarkably one spot better than them at 100, or I guess worse than them because they have 113 strikeouts, it's actually the Twins, but they've done 113 strikeouts and 466 at-bats. So the Indians, a team that they're one spot better at because they have one less strikeout, they have significantly less. It's like 70 less at-bats, and they only have one less strikeout. So, yeah, definitely expecting this Indians team to go ahead and strike out a lot today. Their batting average is 237. If you want to compare that to the Twins, again, that's one spot better than them, or one spot worse than them, I guess, in the strikeouts. Their batting average is 262. So the Indians are striking out, and they don't have a great batting average, and they're going up against Luis Castillo, who in 4 straight games has 7+ strikeouts. That's going to be my bet from this game. I'm taking Luis Castillo over 6.5 Ks at plus 105 over at DraftKings. So Castillo over 6.5 Ks at plus 105 over at DraftKings. Yeah, he's pitching the AL part, so you're not going to get that freebie there from the pitcher spot, but you don't get to worry about him getting pulled for a pinch hitter. This guy's been pitching deep into games. I mean, he's just been on a really impressive run. Indians just striking out a bunch in the last 3 weeks, so I think Castillo can go ahead and get 7+, and at plus money, I'm riding, baby. All right, next bet I'm going to go for here is Brewers versus Cubs. I'm going to go ahead and take that Brewers run line at minus 115 over at DraftKings. Peralta's on the mound here for the Brewers. We've broken him down extensively in his last 2 starts because we've cashed his last 2 starts. Admittedly, it's been up against the Pirates, but to be fair, I don't know, the Pirates are a whole hell of a lot worse than the Cubs right now. The Cubs sent their 3 best players packing: Baez, Bryant, and Rizzo. That's their 3 best players. By far, that's their 3 best players on offense. So, yeah, while we've ridden him recently to 2 cashes against the Pirates, not a whole hell of a lot worse than the Cubs these days. Brewers are 4-0 versus the Cubs this season when Peralta's been on the mound. And in those 4 starts, He's covered the run line in 3 of those 4 starts. So, yeah, he's just been dominating the Cubs. He's been dominating the whole league. You guys know his stats because, again, we've talked about him very, very recently going up against these Pirates. So, yeah. And then you got Alec Mills on the mound there for the Cubs. We faded him recently against the Reds. We won that bet, so we know this guy. So, just not a whole lot to break down here. Obviously, the Brewers are just a good team. Cubs are obviously full on tanking, or not tanking. They've waved the white flag. I mean, again, they've sent their best players, even sent their best pitcher, Craig Kimbrel, across town there to the White Sox. So, yeah, the Cubs season, they're just waiting to get to the holiday and get into their, winter vacation. Brewers, they're going to be a playoff team. I actually like the Brewers, actually. Like, if you're like a future bettor, the Brewers right now, I would put money on them to actually win the World Series. Their value right now is, I think it's like plus 1,100. If you get into, obviously, a playoff series with them, if you're rolling out Peralta, Woodruff, and you're rolling out Corbin Burns, you're going to be in all 3 of those games. Man, I actually like the Brewers maybe to win the World Series. I'm not going to obviously bet that because I don't really do future bets during the course of the season, but that's just, I'm trying to emphasize how much I really like this Brewers team and what they're bringing. So, yeah. This is just a no-brainer bet. Let's just hope we get the right result. So it's Brewers run line minus 115. That being said, guys, I obviously live in Chicago. It's gonna be raining tonight. There's a strong, it's not a guarantee, but a strong chance it's gonna be raining tonight. So we may not even get this bet in. But if it does happen, I want to make sure I'm a part of that Brewers run line. So yeah, it's Brewers run line for me. All right, let's go ahead now and get to our dog of the day. Our dog of the day is going to be the Royals money line, and you can get it right now at plus 150. You can get that at DraftKings or PointsBet. I'm not showing you a bet slip right now because if you're like me and you got Bet Rivers, you should hold off and use your live 20% profit boost, and as soon as first pitches, get that a lot better odds, probably get it around maybe 180 or so. So, yeah, it's going to be really good right there. If we look at these 2 teams, they're going it's Yankees, Royals. Look at these teams since July 19th, the last 3 weeks. Let's start off with the bullpens. Bullpen's better. The Royals are better in every single category. Not a big advantage, but they are better. They're better in opponents' batting average. The Royals actually ranked 3rd. Yeah, 3rd. 3rd since July 19th. They're better in whip. The Royals actually rank 4th. They're better in FIP. The Royals rank 8th. They're better in ERA, where the Royals rank 11th, and they're better in home runs per 9 innings allowed, where the Royals rank 7th. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get the better bullpen in this current stretch right now. If we look at offensive-wise since July 19th, the Yankees versus right-handed pitching ranked 24th in batting average. The Royals ranked 29th. So the perception is the Yankees have this great offense. Well, they only ranked 24th in opponents' or they ranked 24th in batting average since the last 3 weeks. Again, the Royals are worse at 29th, but not a huge advantage there for the Yankees. For the perception is the Yankees have a significantly better offense, but that's not necessarily the case in the last 3 weeks. The Yankees have 71 more at-bats in those last 3 weeks, but they both have 12 home runs. So the Royals are bringing power to the plate. So, yeah, I mean, if you threw the Royals and gave them 71 more at-bats, we know the way teams are slugging home runs these days, they'd have more home runs than the Yankees. So we like that. The Yankees are getting a strikeout every 3.6 at-bats. The Royals are getting a strikeout every 4 at-bats. So, offensive-wise, I think we got a chance here. If we get some starting pitching that we know we got a bullpen advantage. The offense there can certainly hang with the Yankees in this current 3-week stretch. We like that. What about those starting pitching? Well, you got Talion on the mound there for Hernandez. Hernandez has got some better numbers. He's got the better opponent's batting average allowed. He's got the better K per 9, and he's got the better home run per 9 allowed. So give me the better bullpen. Give me a slightly worse offense in some categories, certainly in batting average, but not in all categories. Give me what I think from a starting pitching perspective is kind of a wash going into this matchup. And oh, by the way, the Yankees have a lot of players on the injured list or COVID list. They got Rizzo, they've got Sanchez, they got Chapman just went on the DL there with an elbow injury. They got Gio Urshela still on the injury. I mean, they got COVID and injury issues pretty far. I mean, hell, the probably guy just probably just landed on the IL while I'm sitting here doing this video. That's how many injuries they've got when you go ahead and look up their depth chart. So, yeah, this one to me is a hell of a chance. I think we can go ahead and cash this dog of the day and add it plus 150, whether you bet it now or you wait for me later and get it maybe near plus 200. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get that Royals as our dog of the day. All right, guys, so that's how we're doing it today. Let's go ahead and do that recap. We're taking Luis Castillo over 6.5 Ks at plus 105. we're taking that Brewers run line at -115, and our dog of the day today is going to be the Kansas City Royals to defeat the New York Yankees. Guys, don't forget now to jump over that community tab, get your vote in. What's going to be the best? Which vote do you like best? I'll put an extra $50 on, and we can see if we give away some money on tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's MLB slate's a nice, full, healthy slate, 15 games, so we'll dive into that action tomorrow, and we'll certainly have some more bets on tomorrow's show. But let's go ahead and kick off this week, right? Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Let me know you're part of last week's cash, and let me know you're going to be part of with me this week as we look to do it again and rake in the profit this week. Otherwise, guys, go ahead and enjoy your Monday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a good one. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.